Hey everyone, we're trying to periscope from site today, but the phone died as soon as I took it out of my pocket, so I'm just going to shoot a video with the big camera instead. I wanted to show you guys what's going on site today. It's a big day today. We've got our first windows being installed today, and we have the metal roof going on today, so lots of progress. So I wanted to show you the window installation because I think it's an interesting method that's being used and some great windows. So we'll turn the camera around and show you guys what's happening. So you can see right now we've got the first of the windows going in. We're doing the dining room window first, which is one of the big tall ones, so that's going to look great. To do the install, we have the Hermans helping us out here, Adrian and Andreas from Herman Timber Frame Homes. They're the window suppliers for the project, and they're doing the install as well. So to do the install, the glass gets actually removed from the frames. You can see if I zoom in on the glass here that we have a triple glazed unit sealed at the edges. While it's out of the frame, we have the protectors on it, keeping it safe from being banged on the edges because it's tempered glass. So if you get a crack on the edge of that, that's pretty much it. So we're taking good care of that. Suction handles are on there for lifting it into place when it is done. So this is one of the big tall ones that's going in the opening. The opening in the dining room, which I'll just pan up here, is being spanned by two large sections of fixed window. We have a temporary work platform blocking our view of the top. But here the guys are installing the frame. So the frame goes in, and on the sides and top of the frame we're using a product called Hanobond, which is an expanding foam tape. So it's put on the outside of the frame before the frame goes into place, and it slowly expands over time until it completely fills the gap that's left on either side of the window. It is the water seal and the air seal for the windows, and that connects to the plywood window surround, which is also our air barrier. At the bottom of these windows we're using spray foam and shims, and that's because of the height and weight of this particular window, and also because we're using PVC frames, which aren't as rigid as wood frame would be. So we have to use the spray foam at the bottom edge to give it a bit of extra support. So you can see at the bottom of the window, it's a bit hard to see from back here, but we have an extra spacer at the bottom of the window. That's to allow us to fit a prefabricated sill on the outside to match the aluminum that's there. And that's an insulated spacer at the outside, and it will be over insulated from the outside again, so we won't have any thermal break there. So here is this first window going in. So if I just scooch up a little bit, you can see the screws in the frame, and those are what's used to hold it in place instead of the typical shims that you're used to seeing jammed in side window frames in a standard house. These allow us to really be precise with leveling and squaring the frame and adjusting it after the fact. And those will be through the layer of Hanobond tape that's in there, so the Hanobond will protect it thermally and it won't form a thermal break there. So I'm just going to pause and go find another window to show you some of the details of the frame. So here we have a couple more of our windows for upstairs. We've got the big picture window, and that's going to fit right into this opening here, and then the one beside it is a tilt and turn, which is going to go into the bedroom over there. So the tilt and turn has a slightly different frame profile, you can see, because it's an operable window. So it's got hinges at the top and the bottom. And I'll try and show you the outside edge of these windows here so you can see what we've got for a frame. Is actually, it's a PVC frame, UPVC frame, but we have an aluminum cladding on the outside, which gives it a nice finished look from the exterior, a bit better weather protection, and just a nice architectural finish on that. At the bottom of the frames, you can see the side view of those insulated spacers I just mentioned. So you can see down at the bottom here, the spacer lifts the window off the bottom of where it'll be installed, and that's to let the sill pan fit in underneath once this is installed and extend to the outside past the siding. And if I just get right in tight to that, I don't know how well this focuses in tight, but you can see that that profile is filled with spray foam. So that makes it less of a thermal bridge underneath the window there. The sills on the inside can slide right in here,
And we even have the option of fitting an extra little bit of insulation in on this side and on this side underneath the sill to make that as thermally broken as possible.
So good progress today with the windows installed. We're going to try and over the next couple of days get all the windows installed that are light enough to lift by hand. The big lift and slide units at the front of the house are going to need a crane to get them into place, and the kitchen window as well. Just to give you a sense of why, each side of the lift and slide door at the top of the house, the glass panel for each side weighs 600 pounds. So we're not exactly carrying that up the stairs. We're going to get the crane to help us, and that's going to eventually replace that blue tarp that you see up at the top there. So I hope that was interesting. I'll maybe take some more video towards the end of the day when a couple of the windows are finished and they're installed. Looking really forward to seeing how that looks. Meanwhile, we're continuing with insulation. We're starting to work on the flat roof, and the metal roof is going on as well today. So we'll try and take some pictures of that to show everyone how that's going. Anyways, check us out at webuildahome.ca to check out the Wander house in progress, and we'll keep you up to date there as we go.